Good morning. Oh, good morning. Good morning. I apologize. I am running late today, just a tad late. My alarm didn't go off. So I literally rolled out of bed and got myself together so I could turn on the computer and come on. But good morning to all of you. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Happy Monday. We're going to go ahead and get started real quick here with our Psalm of the day. And I'm looking behind me, and there's junk. I'm looking behind me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to straighten all that out. Anyway, a day in my office. Okay, I'm gonna read our Psalm of the day, which is, I believe we're at Psalm 29. Yeah, Psalm 29. Actually, I don't know if we did Psalm 29. I'm going to do Psalm 30 just in case. Psalm 30. Joy in the morning. This is perfect. Joy in the morning. I'm reading from this volume called Psalms of the Bible. It has all the Psalms in the Bible, not just in the book of Psalms, but in other places as well. And the collection includes all the Psalms in the Christian Standard Bible and in the King James. So we are reading Psalm 30, and it is titled Joy in the Morning, a psalm, a dedication song for the house of David. And it says, I will exalt you, Lord, because you have lifted me up and have not allowed my enemies to triumph over me. Lord, my God, I cried to you for help, and you healed me. Lord, you brought me up from Sheol. You spared me from among those going down to the pit. Sing to the Lord, you his faithful ones, and praise his holy name. For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor a lifetime. Weeping may stay overnight, but there is joy in the morning. When I was secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Lord, when you show your favor, you made me stand like a strong mountain. When you hid your face, I was terrified. Lord, I called to you. I sought favor from my Lord. What gain is there in my death? If I go down to the pit, will the dust praise you? Will it proclaim your truth? Lord, listen and be gracious to me. Lord, be my helper. You turned my lament into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with gladness, so that I can sing to you and not be silent. Lord, my God, I will praise you forever. Isn't that beautiful? That was Psalm 30, Joy in the Morning. All right. I'm going to, give me a second. I'm going to open my other, there we go, my other window, blind. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Alma. Hi, Mandy. Good morning. I've got my green juice. I juiced yesterday for the week, and I've got my first juice. I'm not juice fasting or anything. I just want to start off the day with my first juice. And I love it. It's nice and fresh, and it's very bright. It'll wake me up. Okay, let us do a question. An icebreaker question for the day. I've got the one where I've got the dice and the different colors. The dice has colors on it. I'm going to roll for the color yellow. Yellow. See if I can pick one out. Yellow is the future. Yellow is the future. The Let's see. Some of these are kind of hard to answer in a chat. Let's do. These are like really deep questions. Okay, here we go. If your family's income were to double tomorrow, what might change about your life? What would you do with the money? If your family's income were to double tomorrow, what would change in your life? What would you do with the money? That one's easy. If it were to double tomorrow, we would pay off all the rest of our debt. And then maybe pay off all our debt. And then I'd maybe go back to school. Maybe. Or we would buy a travel trailer and travel for like do like a long road trip for a couple of months. Yeah. That would be really cool. All right, how about you guys? If your family's income were to double tomorrow, what would you do? What would you do? It's nice to think about, isn't it? That'd be really nice. Let me know in the comments. Mandy says she would get new appliances. Oh, that'd be nice. Pay off your husband's medical debt and get your cats to the vet. Good list. Oh, now that you say that, maybe we'd put a down payment on a house. We're in a rental right now. Maybe we would put a down payment on a house. That'd be, yeah, definitely would do that. And buy a travel trailer. Oh, and see, all kinds of things open up when you have more money, right? Things that you've been putting off for a long time. Yeah, I'd get some medical appointments done. Some stuff that I've been putting off. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's nice to think about. Let us know in the comments, or if you're watching the replay, let us know. I'm sorry, let us know in the chat now. If you're watching the replay, you would let us know in the comments what you would do if your family's income were to double. All right. Man, I took a couple of weeks off just due to a couple various things. And now I'm like trying to get my head back into Monday morning show mode. Good morning, Emily. Good morning. Welcome. We are now getting into our priorities for the week. I've been in major project mode for the last several weeks where basically I'm working on the same thing, like one big project every day. And it's been, there's been, what's the word I'm looking for? There's other things going on at the same time. But I say that to say that there hasn't been a lot of variation in my schedule. I haven't been working on a lot of the other things I should have been working on. So my schedule's just kind of been not filled, I guess you could say, because I'm just kind of working on one big thing. However, as we are closing up the month of June, I really do need to work on several things this week. So we are going to get to it. Alma said that she would set aside money for an emergency fund. Yes. We do have that already. But yes, if our income were to double, I would definitely set aside some more. Just beef that up way more just in case, because it's really important. Yep, I agree. Okay. Let us take a look at our priorities for the week. I actually did plan. I did do some planning in my planner last night before I went to bed. I feel very accomplished because I hadn't done that in a while. I've been kind of flying by the seat of my pants during this big project season, but I need to refresh my planners for a new quarter and really for the second half of the year. You guys, we are at the end of the second quarter of the year. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Can we go back a quarter? Oh my gosh, it's going by so fast. So it's okay. God is on the throne. I don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to worry. It's okay. It is going fast, but we don't have to worry. Whew. So I'm going to prep my planners and get them all refreshed for the third quarter, second half. I'm at the end of my planning pages here in this particular planner, so I need to print all of those out, cut them up, and put them in for July through September. And then I can fit a whole half a year, so I might just do July through December and pop it in here. I need to start my new email newsletter. I recently switched email providers, email platforms. I'm so sorry. Excuse me, this juice is talking back to me. I apologize. So I need to start my new email newsletter on the new platform this week, and I need to finish my website. If you were to go to my website right now, it is under construction. So I need to finish all the things that I've been working on in there so that I can get it back up and running. So those are the three main priorities for this week that I chose for now. I really have like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 other things that really need to be done by the end of the month. So we'll see. I'm going to try my best. Mandy, your first priority is to do chores. Yep, I've got that written down too. I have some tasks here. I have to return some shirts that I had purchased for my husband to try. He chose the one he liked, and I'm going to return the other ones. And some shoes that I bought yesterday. I need to return them to Costco and get a different size. I have to man, I have so many household chore things to do too. Anyway, so I'm right there with you. I had to take care of paperwork for the house. I feel that. And you started a new coloring journal listing in all your books. Very nice. And scripture writing. Awesome. 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 What is everyone else working on this week? What do you have? One of the things that I like to ask in the last week of a month is, what do you not want to bring with you into the new month? Or what do you not want to bring with you into the new quarter? So we're finishing a quarter, entering a new one. What do you want to finish up so you don't have to carry it over? Those are some of the things that I'm going over in my plans, and something for you to consider as well. So that's our priorities. Again, in the comments or here in the chat, let us know what you're working on this week or last week. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm trying to get my juice down. One thing that I need to start doing is jumping rope. I have been wanting to jump rope. I have a jump rope. It's great cardio. It is super easy, and I want to get better at it. Every once in a while, a jump rope video will like come up in my feed when I'm on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool to learn. So I want to start jumping rope. I do need to walk around my neighborhood. That's like the easiest thing to do. However, currently my shoes have been bothering me. My feet have been really hurting. I need to get some insoles. I need to get some new shoes. I've had the same shoes for a long time, and they're worn out. So shoes and insoles, so that when I go walking, my feet don't hurt. Because I would love to walk, and I have been trying, but like 3/4 of the way down, my feet will be in pain. So I need to fix that this week so I can start walking again. Mandy says that she doesn't want to carry over her chores, but those are always there. Yeah, chores for me don't count on that list because they're just gonna roll over. They're always gonna roll over. So usually when I'm thinking about things that I don't want to carry over, it may be a particular project that has an end date. And I have to decide, am I fine with bringing this project over into the next month or the next quarter? Or do I need to complete it now? One of those things for me is my website. It needs to be done this month. And there's no two ways about it. So I'm going to work my best, work my hardest to get it done. Because I really don't want to carry it into July. I have other things I got to work on in July. So got to get that done. Cindy, you have the same priorities, and I totally get that. I totally get that. You're working really, really hard on some really cool stuff. So, totally get that. I can't wait for my website to be done. I can't wait for my website to be done. I like the theme I picked out, and I'm really enjoying seeing it come together. Okay. Like the coloring page, yeah, you don't want to do it in July. That would be an example of a project that you don't want to bring into the new month. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Awesome. Okay. So we did our psalm, we did our conversation question, our priorities. What are you all reading or listening to today or this week? Over in the Club 119 Collective, we are reading Spiritual Disciplines by Mason King. I'm a little bit behind. I need to finish up my reading so I can catch up. We are answering discussion questions every week, and so far the book has been really, really, really good. I'm so glad we're reading it this summer. So if you'd like to check it out, just go to club119collective.com. Cindy K, would you do me a favor? Are you on a computer? Can you pop the link in there? Club 119 Collective. Anyway, if you want to join, you can join for free and just join the book club, and that's where we're reading the book. And yeah, we're answering discussion questions every week. We're reading a chapter a week, and it's our summer book club pick. And I'm really, really not looking forward to it, but I'm really loving reading it. It's been a slow reading month for me. It's been a slow reading month for me. I listened to a couple of I guess they're mysteries. It's like a serial. This one woman, she's a writer, and she finds herself in some unfortunate situations. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I should recommend it. Anyway, thank you so much, Cindy. Anyway, it's funny and it's interesting. But I need to read other things. I'm also reading For the Love of God, and I cannot remember what the lady's name is. It's called Reading for the Love of God, and it's got a red cover. It's on my Instagram. It's on my Bookstagram, and I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what the lady's name is. Hold on. While Cindy's working on that, I'm going to look up this lady's name. Reading for the Love of God. It's called Reading for the Love of God. The subtitle is How to Read as a Spiritual Practice by Jessica Hooton Wilson. Jessica Hooton Wilson. And so far, it's very interesting. So I'm reading that too. I should have been done with it by now, but it's been a slow reading month. Okay, Mandy said she's listening to worship music. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. My juice is talking back to me. Okay, and you're trying to reread A Ghost of Michigan books. Is that a series? And what genre? Sounds like mystery thriller situation. Let us know. Alma's reading Untangle Your Emotions by Jenny Allen. I've seen that book so many times. Is it good? I don't think I've ever read any Jenny Allen. She's on my list, but I haven't gotten there yet. Let me know. Oh my gosh, Cindy, I'm so sorry. I can do it. That's totally fine. It's totally fine. You are totally fine. Yes, I've heard very good things from Jenny Allen. Okay, there's the link for Club 119. Cindy K, I am so sorry I made you go through all that. Okay. I need to put that on my list. I also want to read, what's the one? Find Your People? Is she Find Your People too? Anyway, I'm listening to worship music too. I've been on a real Kane kick. Kane's song "I'm So Blessed" has been running through my head. I've been just randomly singing it. So I've been listening to them and some old stuff from the 90s. Every once in a while I'll get on a 90s kick. And sometimes when I'm working on certain projects, I just blast FFH because that's That's the music I listened to when I was in high school as a high school Christian, and, I just it's very nostalgic, and it always, like if I'm ever feeling like, you know the music that you listen to whenever you're feeling either, like, jaded or frustrated or just kind of, like, lost at sea? Not, like, spiritually lost, but just, like, emotionally tired? I listen to stuff that I used to listen to when I was a teenager because it reminds me like, "Oh yeah, this is a it's still a good place," and being with Jesus is a good thing, and I love it, and it's everything is gonna be okay, and so FFH is that for me in a lot of ways, and so I'll just throw on a playlist of some of their music, some of my favorite songs, and it always, like, it always brings me back to center, and I love it, so Kane. I've been listening to We the Kingdom a lot. I shuffle through the same stuff. It's not interesting. I just shuffle through the same stuff. Um, yeah. Anyway, so all right. Oh, it's totally fine. It's totally fine, Cindy. We got it. We got it. All right. So um listening and again, if you want to in the chat, in the comments, let us know what you're reading or listening to this week. Um And that would be wonderful. What else we got? Um, I really need to I'm kind of going back to, like, goals and priorities. I really need to move my body more. Um, we had some family in town last week, and, we took some family pictures. We always try to take some family pictures when these relatives are in town, and I was looking at the pictures, and I was like, "Oh my goodness." I I know this doesn't when other people say this to me, I'm like, I can't really tell, or it's not that big a deal. Like, you should be okay. Um, but when when I say it, I'm like, no, but seriously. I look at the pictures and I've put on some weight in my face and I don't always feel good in my body because, my energy levels will be low or I'm not sleeping well and I'm carrying more weight than I want to. And so I told my husband, I was like, I am done. Like, you can't make change until you're frustrated enough to make change. If you're comfortable, you're probably not gonna make change. I'm not comfortable anymore. And I'm like, I am going to lose weight because this is ridiculous. And so I've reached that, like, that wall. And so I'm going to be doing more low carb, up my protein, fruits and veggies. I've been juicing, all those kinds of things because I'm done. Done not being comfortable. I'm done not being comfortable. All right. So, Cindy K, you are reading our Club 119 book, listening to CC Winans. Yes. Carrie Job, always good. Jason Crabb, yes. Thinking you want to add some Point of Grace and FFH. Yes. Point of Grace and FFH are Point of Grace, FFH, and Avalon. These are the groups I listened to a lot when I was in high school. So, teenage years into my 20s, those are like my three main groups that just center me. And then there's like a lot of peripheral, you know, musicians around that, but they're still just my favorites. My favorites. Get rid of gluten and processed foods. Yes, I do need to get rid of gluten is going to be hard for me. I'm not trying to be gluten free, but I am trying to get rid of the way that my brain works is I cannot tell myself I can't have something. But what I can do, because it's harder for me to tell me I can't have, but what I can do is I can say, here's what we're going to eat. You know what I mean? So, Cindy, you're absolutely right with the processed foods. Eating foods with fewer ingredients, so whole foods. Eating whole, like what a concept, right? So, when we meal plan and prep our food ahead of time, we try to do this on the weekend. Then the rest of our week usually just flows better. So we've got our lunches prepped. I just didn't do salads. I've got some salad stuff that I need to put together. And so salads, whole food lunches, and then I'm going to be doing lighter dinners. That's the other problem. I eat late at night because sometimes I work late at night. And that's not good. you know? So not eating past a certain time, that's big for a lot of people. My dad has talked about that. He said it's just, it makes a huge difference. Tracking what you eat also makes a huge difference because when you're conscious of what you're eating, you tend to be more intentional with what you're eating because then you see, oh my goodness, I ate, 5 pieces of chocolate or whatever. Um, Candy isn't typically a problem for me, and neither are things like chips and things like that because we don't buy it, and we don't buy a lot of soda. We don't really buy soda ever, except I've been on an Olipop kick, which is not as bad as regular soda, but still. So and things like sugar that we just eat without thinking because there's a lot of sugar in everything. So yeah, so whole foods, fruits and vegetables, fiber, protein. We grilled some salmon yesterday and I can't wait to eat it. Stephen grilled salmon and he grilled zucchini, and I'm so excited to eat it. Um, I've got what else do we have? I'm gonna start drinking smoothies in the morning again, protein smoothies. It's just all the things. I know what I need to do and I know what makes me feel good. It's just really easy to get off track. And, on a bad day, I can eat a whole box of mac and cheese and not blink. Like that's, you know? So okay. Mandy, you also want to lose weight as well? Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. Alma, you said you got the PPP Whole Foods recipe box. It has a grocery list for each week. You needed help. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Sometimes we don't want to um, admit that we need help with something. Like sometimes we just need a really good tool. And for some people, like having the grocery list all done for them, or a meal prep service, like something that will like a service that will deliver meals to you. There's nothing if you can afford it and it meets your health goals, like your health needs. There's nothing wrong with that either. We did that for a while. It wasn't like full meals, but they would deliver. You get to choose like different proteins, and they were already cooked. You just needed to pair them with whatever other parts of your meal you wanted. And we did that for a while, and it worked out for a while. But it wasn't. We didn't need it in that way, in the long term. But for a season, we did it, and it was nice. Yeah. So sometimes we need to just admit that we need help, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, with gluten, Cindy, you didn't have a choice, and I'm so glad you feel much better. And there is something to be said when my body doesn't do well with blank, gluten, dairy, nuts, whatever it is. When you remove it, your body's like, "Oh, yes, thank God." Thank you, Jesus, for not eating that anymore. Um, yeah, our bodies feel so good. The last time I did a juice cleanse, I'm telling you, like a full on, I did not eat food. I only drank juice. When I tell you the mental clarity that I had, like about halfway through, like your brain fog just dissipates. And I almost felt like I had spidey senses. That's how clear it was. And it sounds really weird, but I mean, just I could see clearly. And it felt so good. I'm like, oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like all the time. Yeah. This is why some people eat raw. They just, like vegans, vegetarians, and not just vegans and vegetarians, but like raw vegans, they don't cook their food. That's not for me. But I understand the concept because when you're eating, you know, just, plant life, it's different for your body. And hey, I get it. I totally get it. Anyway, I'm loving this juice. In case nobody's asking, but in case you want to know, this is pineapple, which I can't eat regular fresh pineapple because it's too acidic and it itches my tongue. Um, so I have to juice it and then I cut it with other things. So this is pineapple, celery, cucumber, some apples. Usually I do Granny Smith, but I had some Honey Crisp, I think, that were getting a little old. So I went ahead and juiced them. So apples, pineapple, cucumber, celery, ginger. I always put ginger in my juice. I never juice without ginger, ever, 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 because it adds pop. It awakens the flavor. It's amazing. So ginger, and then a little bit of parsley. And I want to say there's something lime. There's lime. It's really good. It's really bright. It's really lovely. I love ginger. Yeah, yeah. Clarity is great. And you wanted to be a vegetarian, Mandy? Yeah. Um, I've never done it fully. Um, I've never done it fully. I have flirted with it. There have been seasons where I just didn't eat a lot of meat. Meat really isn't my issue as far as if I wanted to be vegetarian. It's more the dairy side if I wanted to be vegan because I kind of like the dairy side. So, yeah, for now, I'm just trying to focus on like eating whole foods, being intentional with what I'm putting in my body so that I can drop some of this weight. That's my and moving my body. I want to feed it well, I want to nourish it well, and then I want to move it. I need to move my body. I sit most of my day. And I know that's not helping me at all. So and I want to be better about disciplining myself to actually prep my meals so that I'm not reaching for junk. I don't buy a lot of junk, but I do buy processed foods and I need to get better at that. So anyway, yeah, so I wish you all well in whatever your health goals are. And maybe I'll make that a part of, should I make that a part of the Monday morning show? Just like kind of go through what's been working, maybe what hasn't been working, something like that. Should I write that down when I get a pen? I think my pens are, hold please. Here we go. I do have a pen. Challenge for the day. I knew I was missing something. I'm sitting here and I'm rambling on and on and on. And I'm like, there's something missing. All right. Challenge for the week. Give me just 1 second. All right. So I'm going to add, how do I word that? I'm going to add health report. I don't know. Something like that. Health goal update or something like that to Monday morning show. Okay. All right. Challenge for the week. Here we go. We have probably done all the things. Okay. This may or may not apply to you, but I'm going to do it because it applies to me. Okay. Here we go. Now, I think we've already looked through these. Let's see what else I got here. This is good because it's the end of the month. And we'll do this one too. Okay. You've got 3 to choose from. 3 to choose from. Number 1, if you are adding working out or movement to your schedule, to your routines, make a playlist, make you a workout playlist. I need to do that. So I'm going to be working on that this week. Second of all, because it's the end of the month, end of the quarter, do a brain dump. Get a piece of paper, brain dump all the things, and then organize those things into tasks or, projects that you might want to get done in the next quarter or the next month. So do a brain dump since it's the end of the month. It doesn't have to take that long. It can be about 15 minutes for you to just, stream of consciousness, just dump it all out. Don't edit yourself. Don't correct yourself. Just write it all out and then organize anything that needs to be delegated to somebody else, added to your task list, made into a project, whatever that looks like. Okay, and then this is a fun one. add a book that might be outside of your immediate wheelhouse, something that you wouldn't necessarily have thought about reading. Find a book that will expand your horizons, something a little different, and you can either purchase it, borrow it from the library, whatever. And it doesn't have to be now, just like consider finding a book that's a little outside of your regular reading path, your regular reading habits. Add it to your TBR and see if it's something that you might pick up later this year or in the next quarter. Okay, so find a book that's a little different for you to add to your reading list. Do a brain dump since it's the end of the month, and or create a playlist for working out this week. That's what I'll be doing. Those are your challenges to choose from. Of course, if you want to challenge yourself to do something else, please feel free to do that. And we will reconvene next Monday, Lord willing, if everything goes according to plan. So, anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Let's have a word of prayer. And we can get on with our Mondays. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Have a great Monday. Have a fabulous week. If you need me, I am in Club 119. Again, the link is up there in the chat if you'd like to check it out. And you can check out where we're doing book club and other fun stuff. So have a wonderful Monday. I'll have prayer and we'll get on our way. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so grateful for this opportunity to spend a few minutes together from all the different places we are in the world. And we ask that you would be with us now as we head on into a new week of work and responsibilities and challenges and simple pleasures. And we're just so grateful that you gave us another day of life and that your mercies are new every morning and that we can find joy in each morning, even in spite of whatever might be going on in our particular seasons of life. I ask that you would be with each woman here, each family that's represented here, that you would bless them and keep them, and that your face would shine upon them, and that they would have peace. I ask all of these things in the loving name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's okay, Cindy. It's totally fine. Have a wonderful day, you guys. I will talk to you later. If you need me, you know where to find me. And I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna get to work. First, though, I think I'm gonna get out my jump rope and move my body a little bit. Anyway, have a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.